action. Let's start the show! Here's a little advice from me to help your love story unfold. So many of you have been joining me here on your wedding series. And in today's episode, it's very, very special. It's very, very heartfelt for those of you who might be new here joining us. The wedding series, your wedding series, is all about planning your wedding from the very, very beginning. So we started with 14-year-old you. So 14-year-old you, and we are continuing on with planning for marriage before he proposes. Now, most people are not going to get married or engaged at 14 years old, but that's how we started our wedding planning process so that you could start beginning to plan for your future well before you become an adult and well before you even know that person that's going to come into your life and propose marriage to you. So anyone that wants to go back and look at how I helped to plan a wedding starting from age 14 and moving on into the age in which you get engaged, go ahead and tune in and watch episodes 1 through 20. Okay, so we have now fast forwarded to the point of where he actually has proposed. And so there's a lot of things that go into that when we're talking about a wedding series. There's a lot of events that happen starting with the proposal all the way into the wedding reception itself. You don't have to have all those events that are in between, but we are going to take an amazing ride through an entire year of planning your wedding from start to finish. That includes all of those wedding events. Now, why am I here? As your content creator, I have been to a lot of weddings, okay? And I also have been married for over 6 years now. Oh my gosh. And so I do know the excitement of being engaged, having that proposal, all the good things, okay? And so having been a content creator, I come out to all of those events and I capture those moments for you in a more raw, real, candid feel, okay? So it's not the posy pictures and videos. It's more of the behind the scenes of capturing those moments when people don't think that anybody has. And so that's what I do. I'm your first little paparazzi. But today I am talking about wedding planning and giving you some advice and tips on planning your wedding. So today we're talking about your love story. Aww. Okay. So we're talking about your love story and how you can share your love story with the rest of the world. And just for yourselves to go back and look on and, just reflect. I am a very nostalgic person, and I'm sure you guys have probably figured that out being here on my platform, but I love memories so much. I love to make memories. I love to talk about things that have happened in my past, and so I like to relive. I like to relive moments. Okay, that's just what I do. And so today we're talking about your love story and how you can share your love story either with just a keepsake for yourself, or you can share it with the world. Now, this can come in a form of a video, so you can take this Q&A. It's going to be questions and answers that you two sit down as a couple. Now you are fiancés. Oh my goodness. So you're going to sit down as a couple and you are going to talk about the answers to these questions, okay? And so a lot of people might want to know the answers to these questions. There may be people in your life that are like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is exciting. I know I really like watching Q&As, questions and answers. They are just fun to me. They're exciting when people sit down and do them. And I like watching them even when it's just the one person's perspective. But it's even better when you have both people there and they can sit and they can talk about it together, right? So it's, of course, because then you get both people's side to that answer rather than just the one person's perspective and that the other person's not there to give their perspective, right? So But you can do it as a couple, or you can also do it solo. You guys, I am rambling. I am rambling today. I think I am just way too excited about this one, and so much better. Needed to take a sip of water. But so yeah, so these are just going to be a slew of questions, and if there are some questions in my little questionnaire that I missed and that you feel could be added to these questions, I'd love to hear from you. Like, let me know like what I could add. Like, if you are an engaged couple, you are now fiancés, and you want to share like some question and answers that you had about your love story and things like that, and about the proposal, feel free. Feel free to add them in and to share those with me and with all of us. Your love story, or you can entitle it Our Love Story, obviously. Question number 1. How did you meet? Question number 2. How did you know he was the one? How did you know she was the one? Question number 3. Did you have others in your life who knew that he or she was the right fit for you? I like that question. Did you have anybody in your lives who thought you two are not good for each other? I know that's a hard one. That's a really hard one because nobody wants to go back and reflect on like the negative. But I think just kind of like talking about this and getting this answer out is a good one, because you might have people in your life who thought, yeah, no, this is not a good fit. This is not a good fit. Okay. What was your first impressions of one another? So what was like your very, very first impressions? What did you like think about each other? Okay, so, and be honest about this. Like, what did you two think about each other when you very first laid eyes on each other? It's okay. I mean, you're together now, so so yeah, let it out. Let it out. How did the proposal happen? So, how did he propose to you, or did you have one of those proposals where the girl proposed to the guy? Be real with these answers and just share how did the proposal happen. Just kind of like walk us through that. What's the best thing about being with each other? So as a couple, what's like the best thing that has like stuck out in your mind about being with each other? Like when you're apart, when you're not together, what are the things that you are thinking about the most that stand out to you about you two as a couple together? So not just about the individual, but just about like as a couple, what's sticking out to you? What is your favorite memory together? So what's the favorite memory that you two have had as a couple? So this is a little bit different. The other one was like, what's the best thing about you guys? This one is, what's your favorite memory that you two have shared together? These questions are even better if you guys don't like rehearse them ahead of time. Just kind of like, just be in the moment. If you are going to record this, turn on the camera and just record it. Like, don't feel like you need to go over each of the answers ahead of time, okay? What's one thing that you've learned from each other up until this point. So up until you two have now been engaged, what's one thing that you have learned from the other person? And this is another amazing question. I mean, obviously, I came up with a lot of these myself, but what is something that you have actually like learned from each other that you think is like a really amazing thing that you like ran with? You're like, you know what, this is I can't live without this. Now that I have learned this, like this is something that I do or I share with others. Looking forward to the most. Let's see right here. Oh, what are you looking forward to the most when you get married? So about like the marriage itself, what are you looking forward to the most? Oh my gosh. If those of you that have been watching my episodes, I have already shared this answer to our question, to us, like for us as a couple. So y'all know how much I love love. So yeah, so just share, what are you looking forward to the most about being married? Okay, so this is kind of like a three-part question in a way. Kind of. Let's see. So how long was it in between when you met each other, started dating for marriage, and became betrothed, engaged? So how long was it in between, like, when you guys met each other, like the day that you met, and then you started dating for marriage? So whoever like introduced you, or if you guys like bumped into each other or whatever that date was when you met each other, to when you started dating for marriage. So that should be a different date. Once you started dating for marriage, like you met that person that day, you're like, "Woo, today we're dating for marriage." Okay. Ooh, that's pretty quick. And then from dating for marriage up until the date that you became betrothed, engaged. Okay. So what are the dates from that? I love this question because later on you guys are going to see how we're going to use this question as a part of the decor piece for the wedding. Stop. I can't right now. There's a lot of beautifulness going on right now, and I hope y'all are enjoying this. I hope that you are along for the ride and that you're enjoying this, okay? Alright, let's keep going. Deep breaths. Okay. Oh, this is so good. Okay. So when you were about to propose, gentlemen, were you like super nervous? Like right before you're about to like start talking and like ask her for her hand in marriage, and then also when you like were about to take out the ring, like were you like super nervous? Like what did that feel like? What were you like thinking during that time that you were about to pop the question, as they like to say? You were about to ask her to marry you, like what was going through your mind? Were you super nervous? Were you just excited? Especially for those that are dating for marriage. Remember, our series is about dating for marriage the right way. Those of you that are like living with your parents still, you didn't move out, you're not doing the way the world is doing things. And we talk about that throughout my episodes about how like this is different. So that's why, we have a lot of excitement and all the feels and emotions and all that good stuff. And it's way different than people who are like living together and like they already like they're pretty much they are married, they just aren't legally married. And so we're not talking about that, okay? We're talking about people who have like they've been dating for marriage, they've been doing this the right way, and they live with their parents, they've been living separately with their parents and stuff, and they've been preparing for marriage in such a different way than how the world tells us to. So there probably won't be that many people who really like are doing that. Like if we look at the percentage, quite low. I think I'm going to get us those numbers pretty soon. But anyone who's trying to get it right, you also could benefit from these episodes and advice. Okay, so yeah, so like, were you nervous? And also for the lady, the little fiance lady, were you nervous when he started speaking and he like got down on one knee and like took your hand and, you know, showed you the ring and like asked you to marry him? Like, what was going through, you know, your mind and stuff? Walk us through it. Okay. Who was at the proposal? So who was there? Was it just the two of you, or did you have like, you know, multiple people there? Was your family there? Were your friends there? Were you at a public place where it was just complete strangers there? Share with us who was at the proposal that day. The next question: did you let others know that you were engaged? Like, as soon as you got engaged, like, did you let other people know right away that you were engaged? Or did you, like, as soon as, like, literally on the night, on the day, did you, like, start texting and calling people? Or did you guys just kind of, like, keep it to yourself, you know, really, like, just enjoy the moment, especially those who didn't have people there at the proposal? Did you do that, or did you like tell people right away? Especially that, I mean, of course, would be for people who were like at a public setting or like at a place where like family and friends were there and things like that. But did you like tell people like that day, or did you, like I said, like did you like decide, okay, no, we're just gonna wait. This is just gonna be for us for now. And you told people like later, maybe like a day later, or like maybe a month later, who knows, you know? Everybody does it differently, but this is another good question. All right. Oh! All right, you guys. Next question. Why did you say yes to the proposal? Why did you say yes to the proposal itself? Why did you say yes? Okay, so this is a good question because, like, maybe you had, you know, second thoughts or whatever, and so this could come out right now in the answer. But why did you say yes? And share with him why you thought that it was a good idea to do so. All right, next question. What is your vision for the wedding? Have you guys started to have a vision for the wedding? What is that? I know this is more about like the proposal, but have you two, in the last like couple of days, 3 days, maybe a week, have you already started having like a vision for it? And there are some people that do. Some people that have really like been watching the episodes, and so they started planning at 14. They did both start getting a vision for like what marriage would look like and also their wedding day. So another good question. All right, this is all right. This is a trick question. All right, you guys, and for those of you that have been tuning in, you should know the answer. Who paid for the marriage proposal and the ring? Who paid for the marriage proposal? Who paid for the ring? So the marriage proposal could have had like more of an event feel to it, where it was like, you know, you decided to have like a setting where you need to pay for a venue, you had food, you had activities, things like that. And so that's where more of the expense may have came from, besides just like having the engagement ring and having like a good outfit to wear that day. So, I mean, hopefully you had an impressive outfit to wear. But, yeah, dressed in dress. But yeah, so who paid for that? And like I said, you've been watching. You know the answer to this. should not be catching you off guard here. Who paid for the proposal? All right, next question. What is your dream honeymoon? So what is the honeymoon that you've been dreaming about? I know we're just at the beginning. I know this is just a proposal, but what is your dream honeymoon looking like? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, no, I'm not going to say anything. I was going to share, but no. I'm going to wait. All right. All right. So this is really good. This is something that I heard from a groom to be, a fiance. I love saying that. Does anybody else like saying fiance? Okay. I heard this from a fiance groom to be when it came to this question. What are you striving for? And I think that every bride and groom should have an answer to this. What are you striving for? This fiance, this gentleman, this is what he shared. Continue to be more like Christ. That is what he is striving for. And every day he is striving for greatness. Wow. We're just gonna pause right now. We're gonna ponder and we're gonna pause about that right now. What are you striving for? Even as a fiancé couple, a betrothed couple, you are now engaged to be married. You still should have goals, aspirations, and things that you are striving for as an individual, as well as a couple, and as well as for your children, your future children when they come along, and as a family unit. You should be striving for something, okay? And I want to throw in there also having a foundation. What is your foundation for this marriage moving forward? So I'm going to throw that one in there. That one wasn't in the notes. That's just an extra one for y'all. What is your foundation for this marriage? Okay? So both of you make sure that you're answering these questions. You know, this wasn't just me talking here. This is a questionnaire for you to be able to share and use as kind of like your little footprint, your little skeleton, or your little Q&A on your love story, our love story, right? So if you are an engaged couple, you are a betrothed couple, you are fiancés out there, please, if you liked this Q&A questionnaire, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to share more questions that I did not ask in this questionnaire that you would love to share. Now, you can do so with me by sending me an email, but you can also be on the platform here with me. So if you like videos like this and you've always wanted to be a part of like someone else's platform, maybe you don't have your own platform, but you're watching this and you're like, you know what, I would love to do that. We can do a video call together. I'll record it and then I will share it here, right here on the platform, okay? So make sure that you get that over here to me, and not get that over to me, but get the email to me, and we can go from there. We can talk about what your love story looked like, and then just have you, do a little video call with me, and then, like I said, I'll record it, and then we'll get to share it with everybody, so other people will get to hear in your story. So just because you don't have your own platform and you do want to share in this way so that other couples can hear your journey, doesn't mean that like there isn't somebody that wants to put you on their platform and have you there. So I would like to have you on if you are willing to share it with us. We would love to hear it. So the way that you do that is by emailing me at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com, and I will see you lovebirds in the next episode. Oh my goodness. Bye, lovebirds. See you soon.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our breath. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life. It's all in our hands.
Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the lead. Content creator, we're planting seed. Get ready for the social media explosion.